Hey guys, if you don't know who I am, my name is Brett Clues and I work in Central North Carolina with Highway 55. I want people to be successful. I want you guys to get to where you want to be, not where I want you to be, but where you want to be. A while back I put together a YouTube channel called Refuel to kind of guide, inspire, motivate, teach, train. It's got a lot of different options and I haven't really solidified what I want to use it for and what kind of information I want to put on it. But I'm definitely putting together different videos for people to watch to help grow. I want you to grow, whether you grow in this business or whether you grow as a person. I want, at the end of the day, for you to gain something. So the video that I've put together here is really from my experience when I try to set goals and I try to achieve goals. Some of them work and some of them don't. And I've really looked and done a lot of research into what causes them to work, what causes them not to work, how do some people come successful and other people can never get what they want. And the information that's in the video isn't new. I didn't come up with it. I'm just repeating it back. But I think that sometimes hearing it from somebody that you know, or perhaps just having it not as some general broad spectrum in some long 1 hour video, but something consolidated that you can watch and really apply to what you're doing. In this case, I want to see it applied to your personal challenge, the operator's challenge, but your personal growth challenge. So take it for what it is. I hope that you're able to use it. I would love some feedback. If you like what you're seeing, say that you like it. I'll continue to make videos on Refuel if that's what you guys want. Otherwise, I can go back to training, how to flip a burger, anything that we really want to see. But for this, I want you to succeed. I want you to be awesome. Anything that you want to achieve, that you want to go after, is 100% possible. Think about it like this. Today, you can go anywhere in this world that you want to go. Anywhere. You can go to California. You can get in your car and you can go to Mexico. You can get on a plane and go to Brazil. You can go to France. You can go to Asia, Africa. Wherever you want to go, you can get there. What's stopping you? First thing that's going to stop you is not knowing where you want to go. Why are you not in Africa right now? Maybe because you don't want to be there. If you did want to be there, you have to decide you want to go before you'll ever get there. You don't just end up somewhere and then not make that decision. Goals are making that decision of where you want to go. Accomplishing the goal is how you're going to get there. Are you going to drive in a car? Are you going to fly in a plane? Maybe you don't have the same resources that you think, and therefore you don't believe you can achieve the goal. So let's talk about a couple things that are going to help us drive that idea of our goal. First and foremost, have the goal in your head. Have something 100% attainable, that is specific, that is measurable, that's achievable. We're not going to the moon, we're going to anywhere in the world. So make sure that it's something that is actually realistic, but don't cut yourself short. Now what I want to do is I want to talk about this cycle of how goals work, how we as human beings get things done. The first is potential. Potential is right up here on the top because we have unlimited potential of achievement. There are people all across the world that you can point to that have a story that got them to where they are because they had potential. They don't have any more potential than you do. We all start with the same amount of potential. Just like right now today, you have just as much potential to be in another country, to be in another state, to be in another city as anybody else. All you have to do is have the desire to go, the goal to get there. So we all have that unlimited potential, whether it's a bicycle to California or it's an airplane to Brazil, we can all get there. Next is the action. The action is what we actually take to get there. But what's important to understand is we only take enough action to fulfill our potential. So if I say to myself, I have no way to get there, then I'm not going to take an action to get there. So action is what it takes to actually get the goal. It's the how you've created it. I want to lose weight. If that is my goal, then I take the potential to lose weight, an achievable amount. I'm not going to weigh 7 pounds when I'm finished losing weight because that's an unachievable, a nonsense goal. But find a perfect weight that you want, a perfect figure that you want to be. That is possible. A realistic that other people have achieved, or maybe you're one of those people, you want to be better than other people have achieved, but you understand. So we take action on that. The action is the how. Are we going to exercise more often? Are we going to Read books about how to get there. Read biographies and stories from people that have done it. So now we get this idea of what we're going to do. Believe it or not, action is learning just as much as action is doing. In a lot of places, for example, business, you want to achieve a sales increase. You want to decrease labor and have more money on the bottom line. You can do all day. But if you didn't spend a little bit of time figuring out what those actions were, understanding the how to a better level, your action has to include learning. Your action has to include some way of bettering yourselves in the direction of the goal. I want to be a lawyer. I can't just be a lawyer. I take classes. I do things, not only work, but learn to get to where I want to be. So we got to take action to get to the step that we want to take. Action is what is going to drive us. Without action, our potential is limited. Our potential is zero without action. Even the greatest idea in the world will never come to fruition without the action of putting it in place. Next, we have the results. Once you've taken your potential, put action to it, you achieve specific results. Whether they're the results you're looking for or not is somewhat determined by how much action you put in, not the potential that you had, because your potential is unlimited. Some people out there can lose 100 pounds in a year. Other people can't lose 5 pounds in a whole year and end up gaining 10 while they're on a diet. It is not your potential to do so. It was the action, the correct or incorrect action that you took, the decision you made to eat more, or the decision you made not to exercise because it was too hot or too cold, or you didn't have the running shoes that you wanted. The action is what limited or matured your results. So now we've got the results that we wanted to achieve. Did you get to where you were going? I want to get to California. I rode my bike for 5 weeks. I didn't get there because I took the wrong way, or for whatever reason. Our results are then based on action. What our results will do, and this is very, very important, our results will change or magnify our belief. They will literally create the belief of our understanding. Throughout our entire lives, we have been creating our belief. The belief is of our potential. I've dieted 7 times and none of them have ever worked. My potential is limited now by my belief. My belief is based on my results. Did you have the potential to lose it the first time you dieted, but did you take the correct action, which created a set of results that created a foundation for your belief and understanding? I've ridden a bike for a couple days and I got really tired. There's no way I can get to California, so I won't even set the goal. I don't have the potential to do it because I don't want to take the action necessary to do it, to get the results that I want to see. So our belief is the foundation for our amount of potential, which then changes the action. So what I want to make sure that we're clear on is this is actually a circular cycle, not just a potential down cycle. So the first part of it makes perfect sense: potential to action, action results, results to belief. But the belief make their way back up to potential. If you have any years in your life at all, any experience in anything whatsoever, you have already established belief. So you want to take this circle and start to turn it, because believe it or not, the belief is what determines whether or not you're achieving results, not the results determining whether or not you have the belief. If you truly want to achieve what you're trying to achieve, the first thing you have to do is conquer your belief. You have to understand that it can happen. To do that, you have to go backwards and you have to see the results before they've ever happened. You sit down and in your mind you realize what happened. What can you achieve? Every year in the Olympics, we see world record after world record after world record. How do they continue to create new world records without doing anything different? They're not superhuman. There's no super food. There's no super shoe. There's no super anything. What's creating their ability to create the new record, to be faster than those before them, is every time a new record is set, the belief is changed. The belief of what's possible changes, and people can then achieve the belief. But those that want to be superhuman, those that want to be absolutely the best, the ones that want to achieve huge goals, have huge desires for what they want to do, they need to change the results. They need to see the results that no one else sees. Well, I can't make $1 million in 5 years. You have to see it to believe it. And once you see the goal that you're trying to achieve, your belief that it will happen will change. When your belief is absolute, when your faith is 100% that it will happen, it will change the potential that you're able to tap into. The potential then changes the action. If you know that it's going to happen, then you're going to act on it accordingly because you know that what you do will happen. But many times our belief is, I don't think it will. It may or it may not. I'm going to write this goal down and I'm going to hope. Hope is not faith. Hope is just wanting it to happen, not believing that it will happen. When you have absolute faith that it's going to happen, the actions that you act towards that goal, the things that you do to accomplish it, and how early you get up, how many books you're able to read to figure it out, go through the roof. Because you have the potential to do the action, but in the back of your mind, you're saying, I don't know if it will work. If it does work, then you have the result. If you have a result that worked, you went and lost 5 pounds in a week because you wanted to lose 5 pounds in a week and you did what it took to do it, your results fortify a new belief that you can. And then you go back through the cycle. You now have more beliefs and more action. Well, I did it before, I'm going to do it again, and this time I'm going to work even harder. I'm going to work harder because I know that I can. I'm not doing it in vain. If you don't believe that it's going to happen, then you feel in a way that you're doing things in vain, and it actually makes the cycle worse. Let's look at it like this. You have a very low belief because you've done it before and you tried it before, so you don't give it all of your action. You don't try your absolute hardest. Maybe you don't read as much information as you can. You didn't do every single diet that you could, or you didn't explore job opportunities as well as you could. So when you get to the results, you find exactly what you thought you would get. You found exactly what you believed would happen. If you didn't think you could increase your sales, you didn't think that the people were out there for you to hire, your A players weren't out there for you to hire, that was your belief, then you didn't look hard enough for them in your actions. When you didn't find them at the end, then you've just basically declared that I was right. It can't be done. It's not possible. I ran a mile in 5:01 or 4:52. I did my best. It's not possible. I'm the best there is. I couldn't do it. So then when you have another goal, your belief is the same, that it's not possible. And we continue to go down this path where we lower and lower and lower our beliefs as to what is possible until we basically give up on whatever we're trying to achieve. We are broken inside because we give up seeing time after time we give action and the result is exactly what we thought that it would be. So if you think the result is the finished product, if you truly believe that it happened, then you believe that it's happening, you tap into the full potential that you have, you create action accordingly, and the results are success. When that success happens, it strengthens your belief that you can. It strengthens your confidence and makes you a better person. From little goal to little goal to little goal to major goal to mass success, all comes from growing and strengthening your belief through seeing the results before they happen. Now, take one step backwards from results, you get into action. If you're seeing the results happen in your head, you're actually seeing what happens, take another step back and see how did you get there. Create the action that it took to get the results that you're seeing in your head before they happen. If I'm going to run the 4-minute mile, I'm going to lose a certain amount of weight, I'm going to make a certain amount of money, I'm going to find a certain job, I'm going to do these things. What did you do to get to the results that now you have 100% faith that they will happen? So think back as to what you were accomplishing. What actions were you taking to get that belief? Because your mind will see the actions that are necessary if you've already seen the belief happen. If you know for certain that it happens and this is what it's going to take, then when you get to belief, you already know the actions to take place. So you're going to accomplish the actions to get the results. It is a huge cycle, but it's one that we often fail in. We often skip the necessary belief of our own potential and what we are able to accomplish. We blame, we make excuses, we have reasons that things can't or don't work. We have to elevate ourselves and hold ourselves accountable that we have unlimited potential to do whatever we want and desire to do. If you have a burning, white-hot desire, as Napoleon Hill calls it, then you're going to find the action necessary, the results necessary, and your belief will get stronger and stronger. You will become a success by accomplishing every desire you've ever had merely by following this cycle. I hope this helps, guys.